Welcome back to the AB Scout Project. I'm Krieger. This is Alpha Bravo, and today we've got the second part of the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Hearts of Steel set with the Bumblebee and Megatron. There's a good shot of them fighting each other. These are not panoramic pictures. These are just two separate pictures together. So if you thought there was any benefit to keep the boxes, there's not. Unless you like just gatefold boxes that you can't put things back in. All right, so there's front. There's a Decepticon symbol on the side. Product shots on the back. Another symbol. Stuff on top. Legal on bottom. Another slip cover to reveal more steampunk stuff with the Autobot symbol. And more gears and stuff. The Decepticon symbol. And opens up to find the people. But I've already removed them because I wanted to play with them first. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at them. All right, first up, we've got Bumblebee here. It actually looks pretty good. Turn him around here. You see the little mallet they gave him. Then see a lot of hollowness on the back. And to be fair, this is a lot of stuff you have to do to be able to make this transformation work. And he comes with a little gun. Yeah, looks like the Hearts of Steel Bumblebee. He's got a ball joint for a head that's really stiff. Arms have as much articulation as you can get out of them. No wrist. Has a waist. Legs. Do everything legs should do. Oh, man, that knee is really tight. And there's the ankle, just a little bit there. No extreme ankle tilt, but enough to get a decent A stance out of it. So that's all we really want out of it. So, all right, we'll do some comparisons. We'll do the current winner, which is the Studio Series 86. And you see he's actually bigger than your typical Scout class now. And or Core class, whatever you want to call it now. It's actually a deluxe, but your short guys. He's taller than the short guys. Hell, he's almost a deluxe size. So, yeah. All right, take him out. And take a look at the Hot Soldiers version. Hot Soldiers is dead on deluxe. It is. I mean, that's almost masterpiece scale for a Bumblebee. But they both look pretty good together. A lot less cribbing and notes here than we saw with the Mastermind Creations. So that's refreshing. I do like that the lights pop up on the Hot Soldiers better. But otherwise, just give them a side by side. And yeah, see the Hot Soldiers does clean up a little bit better on the back. Tuck that in. So yeah. They are similar, but there's a lot of stuff in the transformation that's different that, makes me say that it's not as heavily cribbed as the Mastermind Creations were for Optimus and Starscream. So, that's about it. Let's look at the choo-choo mode. And here's Bumblebee in his train mode. He looks pretty good. Rolls okay. Turn him around here, you can see, yeah, it looks pretty well. Packs away pretty well. And you got the gun stowage and the hammer stowage, so has all the stowage. Yeah, not really a whole lot to say about it. It's about what you want. Bring in the Hot Soldiers. So you can see the Hot Soldiers a bit bigger. It also stowed the hammer underneath. So, and it rolled about just as well. It's kind of uneven. Yeah, still didn't get any better. So, Hasbro rolls just a little bit. And you see there wasn't as many crib notes here in the vehicle mode. I think this didn't want to stay in. Then in the, as with the Mastermind Creations. So that's refreshing. Give you a 360 there. But you can see they both did a lot to make it look like the Hearts of Steel. I do like that the Hot Soldiers did do a total yellow back here, where Hasbro put a cover on, so it's kind of a trade-off there. So, yeah. That's the Hot Soldiers. Bring in the Studio Series, just so you can see the size of it. And, yeah, they're actually pretty comparable, even though the train should be a lot bigger than a bug. But, yeah. Anyway, that's about it for the vehicle mode. Let's go to our final decision. So is this our new IDW G1 Bumblebee? No, the Studio Series is going to be our IDW G1, so he still wins. For Hearts of Steel, I'd actually go for the little bit shorter new HasLab for our scale Hearts of Steel Bumblebee, although I'd still keep the Hot Soldiers around as the IDW Centurion, though. Just have to get him like the actual face mask on there, but IDW Centurion, he can be Bumblebee. It's on your Hearts of Steel shelf. Alright, let's go on the next one. And last but not least is the Hearts of Steel Megatron. He looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and turn him around here. Let's see the cannon there, the spiky shoulder bits. A little bit of hollowness down there, but it's not as bad as the Bumblebee was. So it looks pretty good. He's got a lot of chunk on him besides these. He's got these, forearm spiky things, but you take all that out and he's pretty basic bot. And of course the cannon's not on the side, it's on this thing, so it's weird. I mean, you can put that right there, but that kind of just looks like he's holding a gun, or he can't actually hold his gun. It's got to be in one of those two ports. So you might as well just stick it and keep it in that port and give the illusion that he's got a fusion cannon. So yeah, articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint, arms will go around. They go up to a certain bit where the wheels start getting in the way, the wheels spin. They do move independent. These moves, he's got a double jointed forward transformation. Nothing on the wrist. He has a waist. Legs, they pretty well do everything you want. So, yeah, and his ankle tilt is really small. That's about all that's all the ankle tilt you get because it starts running into the plastic. So very little ankle tilt, but otherwise not too bad. He looks like he did in the comic. It's just the biggest problem is the size, just because he should really be a Voyager. And again, I know all these Elseworlds they're going to put out are going to be deluxe. But you can see where he should be at a minimum. See, he's way behind there. I'll bring in the Hearts of Steel Optimus, see how they look together. And you can see, they're pretty close in size. So scaling it to themselves, it's not bad. But as far as putting this on a chug shelf, I'd be hard-pressed to put it on a chug shelf unless it was a different character altogether. So, let's take a look at the cannon mode. And here we have Megatron in his cannon mode. And he's cannon who's got cannons, who's got an extra tiny cannon on top. So, yeah. All cannoned up. He does roll. He rolls actually pretty well. Has some wheels on his legs there to help. You can definitely tell that this is just a robot that's just been folded around. It's almost reminds me of a beast mode transformation, just how obvious it is. But yeah, goes pretty well. And just give you a size, here it is next to a semi. The Earthrise Prime there, and you can see that's a huge cannon. But again, this is why we scale the vehicle modes and not the vehicle, or scale the robot modes, not the vehicle modes. Anyway, here's his pack mate, the Bumblebee. You can see that's an even bigger cannon on that scale. And just for fun, bring in the Optimus Choo Choo versus the cannon. So yeah, it's a scale-wise, it's a huge cannon. As a transformer, it's actually about the size of what a cannon would have been. That type of cannon would have been back then. So, and let's go ahead and let's bring in all the different Hearts of Steel here, just so you can see them all together. Make sure we got them all in the shot there. Yeah. Pretty cool. You got the Starscream, the Megatron, the Optimus, and the Bumblebee. And I think they all look pretty good together. And at this scale, I mean, they're pretty much going to be just by themselves on a shelf. That's yeah, not bad. I think they did a pretty good job of reproducing them. Yeah. Let's go ahead and discuss that more with our final contemplation of this set. All right, and so here I decided to bring them all together here for the final determination on Megatron, because he's not going to be IDWG1 because he's much too short, as we can see here. He is the only Heart Steel Megatron, so unfortunately he's got to be the Heart Steel Megatron. So you can't use the MMCs, which are more correct chug scale. If you want to have the Megatron on the shelf, if you can use the third parties, the MMC, the Hot Soldiers, and just have those three characters. Plus, the MMC also did a Shockwave. But yeah, as far as if you want a group that looks good together, you can get the Hasbro, even though the Bumblebee is the only thing that's close to chug scale. But they do scale to each other. Like, Starscream's a little shorter than Megatron. Megatron and Optimus are the same, and Bumblebee is shorter than Starscream. He's still a little large, but he's actually chug scale, where everybody else is a reduced scale. So, yeah, that's our Heart Steel Megatron. To make him look good, you've got to put him with the other Hasbro ones. You can't put him with any of the third parties. So that's where you sit. But if you want a good chug scale, you got to use MMC. You can use a Pulse for him, and you just won't have a Megatron for your shelf. That's pretty much where it sits. So, yes, it's new Heart Steel Megatron, but it's only displayable if you display it with the other Hasbro Pulse ones. So, good job, Hasbro. Anyway, let's wrap this up. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining us today on the AB Scout Project. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.